very, very polarizing matchup between two characters and two players that are going to be trying to pick apart exact pristine weaknesses. I was talking to Raven King about like Wrastor into Olympia and just how if there's a character that a Wrastor can gimp with just like pressing forward air and with access to slipstream, he can just sometimes find a stray hit off of a jump and win right then and there. And Olympia, while her recovery's far from bad and can be a little bit awkward to mess with, carrying her off stage is always going to be a #1 priority that Dakpo is looking to do, either off of up airs or forward airs or everything in between. You just got to get her out of this like crazy fast forward percent, and I think Hui's done that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I also think it's interesting to look at their neutral options because both of them have a very similar neutral tool between activating Slipstream and activating Gem, where they can poke the other at long range and use it to create an advantage state for them if they overextend in that mid-range.
An overextension from Sandstorm kind of flipped us to the other side of the stage and allowed Dakpo to find that nice reset from the ledge grab. Popping Crystal, just trying to get access to it again, rising Nair. Sandstorm holding a very, very far back position, does not want to mess with any invincible fares or even like slipstream tosses from off ledge. Ooh.
Oh! Hit him with the Rafflecopter off the top. That's stock one for Sandstorm.
Did
keeping
Sandstorm
things even.
need the reset off the platform?
No, he wanted it.
Okay.
He wanted it.
You know, I'll give it
That's
up.
mine.
Yeah, you know what? It was sick, so like that's why.
There are definitely scenarios like that where it's borderline and you're not sure, but if you know you've got it, you might as well flaunt it.
Ooh. We talk about the APM of Sandstorm, but Dakpo's the one that he's really, really applying the pressure. The CC grab and resetting up Slipstream. As long as it's active, oh man, as long as Slipstream's active, Wrastor is a threat, but it's turning off right there.
There's that gem, and then the instant gem dash from Sandstorm as well, trying to bait Dakpo into doing something unsafe, and that jump away, that's unsafe enough for me. Rinse and repeat, trying to do it again.
Look at Sandstorm maximizing the ground game. We're seeing like FADCs just like across the floor.
Yeah, what are you going to do about it?
Yeah,
don't shield it.
We're completely, oh no. We're playing too far in the ground. That's the underground. Don't go there.
We're actually back if Dakpo doesn't close this out, which he doesn't, okay. Yeah. And the down tilt into a conversion. There you go. Sandstorm has those so practiced. I am yet to see him drop that particular confirm.
The jab after that, after the cross-up from Dakpo was so good, from Sandstorm was so good, trying to keep this lead afloat. Wave dash back Nair, but the Nair missed. It's a little bit inconsistent after these recent patches.
Ooh, yeah, just using that recovery, but well-timed from Dakpo. And he's so low that even teching on the wall there, if he can, is not going to be enough to bring him back. 60% on Dakpo, though. He's going to need something potent if he wants to come back into this.
Great
conversion.
They're perfect. 90% kill percent for Wrastor.
Yeah, these ledge resets are... Dakpo is a ledge reset per loiner.
Yeah, I mean, fainting and baiting is half the battle when a game this fast, and Wrastor needs to flex this speed and find ways to get Slipstream up for free. Oh, a nice reset and the special pummel. What a nice pickup.
All of that off of one of those baits that you said. Sandstorm took the risk going for that up strong and paid the price. Now Dakpo, in a slightly better scenario, gets the Slipstream off as well, does not get the tech chase, goes for a read rather than a reaction, and that gives Sandstorm an opportunity to reset.
Leaving up this crystal, trying to flex its ability by going so close to center stage, but we're popping it in order to regain access to crystal toss.
Yeah, it's an interesting balance because it grips him. There you go. Finds the F-tilt. Gives him an excellent dash back defensive option there. If he does get hit, like what are you going to do? Chase him into his own crystal? Probably not. But to your point, he wants to still have the opportunity to throw the gem out to be oppressive in the corner.
Yeah, you're flexing out gem toss off stage, so it prevents Dakpo from lingering out there for too long. Meanwhile, Sandstorm just gets to go back to doing what he had been the entire game, which is flexing the ground game, keeping low and fast rather, but always staying just out of the way of any rising aerials to make sure that Dakpo, you've got to space things out or play on Olympia's level, and that rat is real tiny.
Yeah, I was actually talking to Nurse about those situations earlier today because she is a fantastic, commentator and fantastic player, doing very well in the bracket herself. And she is of the mind that she prefers to immediately pop that crystal in ledge trap situations and then react and throw it at the opponent as they recover to convert it into a combo.
That makes sense. The crystal, once you are put into crystal, it is not a reaction test. It's just purely follow the crystal because the DI is pretty easy just to keep after.
That sounds like a side quest. Follow the crystal.
Yeah, you know?
Okay, the Kakal going to close out that first stock for Dakpo.
Dungeons of Aether moment.
Hey, you're right. This is canon.
This is canon, that's true.
What else is canon?
Not on Tempest Peak.
The Dakpo ledge dash.
Yeah.
That is always canon.
The Dakpo ledge dash is a constant in the universe. Oh, greedy back air there from Sandstorm. And now we're seeing kind of like the flip side of the matchup. Like once Wrastor gets a chance to cement himself with a lead, going after him is half the problem because he plays at such often awkward diagonals.
Well, Sandstorm is more than happy to go after him. Tries to go for the focus attack there. Dakpo just waiting through it masterfully. Expects Sandstorm to run off the platform, but he just waits in place. He knows that Dakpo's going to expect it, but Dakpo gets the catch anyway, gets the F strong, and it's 3 stocks to 1.
You know, every character has got like those unique Olympia conversions because she's such a crazy fast faller. Like that gravity value is so high. I'm willing to believe that like non-hit fall up air into forward clap is like, yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, it checks
and
out.
so does this. You're trying to get to the wall against Wrastor for free? No. You're in a tech check, excuse me, every single time, and with a 3 stock on Tempest Peak, Dakpo evens up the set.
We're starting to see that situation, the Elkies scenario, coming back to bite Sandstorm. Sandstorm's offense, absolutely masterful, pixel perfect, but the defense, there are times where he struggles with that glass cannon archetype, and Dakpo is taking full advantage, exploiting the recovery habits off stage.
As you have to. Like, Sandstorm is...
Yeah, it's your win con.
It's the place to punish Olympia. If she's going to try and get to the wall or just recover with Crystal, Dakpo can be out there in a quick, fast, and in a hurry as we go to a much longer stage here. You know, if Tempest Peak offered too much off-stage time for Sandstorm's liking, then a stage like Jules Vale is going to make sure that getting back to center stage or just getting back to floor is way more reliable with that infinitely moving platform and even the little package that it comes across.
I like the bait with the F-tilt there as well from Sandstorm. Didn't get the initial dash in because there's so little end lag on that he gets to hit you anyway when you think you can whiff punish it. Oh, there you go. That's just tough.
So you DI'd down and away and got put off stage.
I could see Captain America in my mind's eye looking at me like my father does. Ooh. Okay, now he's smiling just a little bit. Like you can see the shine in the eye. He's like, that was nice though. But you should not hold down and away.
It's hard not to though against Wrastor. Like you are constantly forced to mix up DI or threaten the amount of shield grabs that Dakpo has been finding success with. Any amount of time that Sandstorm has been looking for overshoots, Dakpo's threatening shield grabs as well as wave dash shield, but missing the timing on the command grab punish.
And he has free license to throw out that rack trick unaffected by Dakpo. However, Dakpo is reinfecting him, if you will. What a slipstream conversion there, using the slipstream high up in the air to get the momentum that he needs to convert it into the F-strong.
That was clean. Not only getting the momentum, but the extra little bit of hit stun from the tick of
just a bit of spice
of the slipstream. Like it's just enough.
He's got the spice melange.
Yeah, this mayo is a little extra spicy. This bird is well cooked, well seasoned.
Ooh. Hit him with the paprika.
Ooh. Italian chef over here. Okay, yeah, the neutral B is a little bit too long. Not able to just do a neutral get up there. But Crystal is well placed.
Oh, I kind of like that. A little bit of a mix-up there. You're at the point where you've got to mix something up. There's another mix-up.
I don't know if it was as valuable as Sandstorm wanted. And case in point, not only did he not take the stock, he barely got a conversion off of it. Instead, Dakpo was allowed just to get all of his resource back and play in the skies.
The conversion may not have been there, but the survivability was, and it gave him the opportunity to get another conversion. We saw 3 times in a row there where Sandstorm went for new options in the corner to get out of disadvantage, and it worked every single time, forcing Dakpo to bait him straight up, and that doesn't work this time. Hitboxes. Oh, okay. Well, that hitbox will hit you just fine.
Yeah. moving that sweet spot down to a more of the middle, closer to the elbows that Wrastor has been sporting in those wings, like elbows in quote. Wings don't have elbows.
Does this bird have elbows?
Does
this one does.
This one does.
He's playing Muay Thai. That's why.
Oh,
it's the Muay Thai hitbox.
Fakuram. He's here.
Yeah, for some reason they put him in Rivals early as a sneak peek.
Isn't it crazy that Fakuram and Sagat are all coming out? Both
yeah, they are. You're right.
Yeah. It's the Muay Thai season.
The world must suffer for some reason.
Yeah. Thailand is out for blood. Oh, no.
Oh, we're fine. Oh, wait. We're not fine. I lied. Okay, we're fine.
Okay. I do like going back to Jules Fair here, though, for Sandstorm. It's just a matter of like finding it's the amount of the value hits that Dakpo keeps finding. And a lot of times those value hits are just off of reads. Like we're seeing Dakpo with these cheeky resets off of platforms to find regrabs, or especially lately, up tilts to both close out stocks.
Man.
And you know what? Another reset on a platform, chasing down the tech option and blowing up with that faster forward air. Looking so good right now is Dakpo after a rough game 1. Games 2 and onward have been fully in his domain.
Yeah, this is just so terrifying. Every time Dakpo gets Sandstorm off stage, it doesn't matter the percent. The question is always there, will it kill? Sejam may not be on the mic, but I've got to say, most of the time, the answer is yes.
Yeah, especially in the game like Rivals, too. Oh, there's the pickup that he's been looking for. Sandstorm a couple times has found the back air, but nothing afterward. Maybe a hit falling too late or looking for a different conversion off of platform. But those type of back airs off of up throw, like you're trying to make those percent gates and stick with them.
I like that little bit of movement there. The cancel into the gem there to catch Dakpo off guard approaching. You don't expect to see that instant action, but that's a place where Sandstorm thrives. His APM is so high, and so is his refresh rate in neutral. The ability to come up with options that are well intended.
Doesn't go for the up strong there. No up clap. Instead, Sandstorm allowed to live for a little bit, and the back air landing. Going to try and keep safe. Look at how careful Sandstorm is playing. He's giving Dakpo so much respect on ledge. It is all about the courtesy because you know at 131 you cannot take these many risks. Rat trick identified. But how many times you got it? You got it enough times as long as that crystal's there.
Oh, wait. Oh, he missed the up air. That could have been the kill. We talked about how scary Dakpo is off stage. Sandstorm, just as scary on stage, goes for the crystal break, and it was not safe. And the call out from Dakpo, going for the nair, closing out that stock. It is getting down to the wire for Sandstorm.
This is survival stock here for Sandstorm. You either lock in right now and don't lose another stock this game, or you're out of the bracket at 9th place. Top 8 dreams, dead and buried. But this rat is looking for more. A rising up air, hunts for forward air, down tilt, goes for the up B. Final stock of game number 4. Sandstorm alive and well, trying for a focus stack to get down. Does so successfully, keeping the percentage even. Valentini, we're seeing Sandstorm start to take a little bit more initiative and play just that little bit closer.
And think about how many times Sandstorm has been in these critical moments. The nerves definitely going to be on his side. Dakpo trying desperately to close this out. He's succeeding. He's getting these dash attacks, but he's not getting much more.
Sandstorm trying to stay in it. DI out hard on the forward air. But you can't go off stage for too long. The forward air was hard DI'd out for any extra conversion, but Dakpo played right into it. The win condition wasn't the conversion, it was the position, and he played it to perfection.
It was so close. He was bringing it back. He had the energy. He had the refresh rate, but Dakpo had the answers. Had the call-outs, the reads, and the pressure off stage.
Honestly, like you say the word reads, and it's like absolutely true. The amount of times that we saw Dakpo just chase down the exact right tech option, wave dash in place for exactly an up tilt that would either send deep off stage or reset for more damage. Dakpo, as soon as game 1 ended, he had the full list on exactly what Sandstorm wanted to do in disadvantage, because oftentimes you can act with a little bit of like intuition on how Olympia likes to get out of dangerous spots. It's always about like tech roll away or focus attack through something, or just like get to the ground as soon as possible to get all of those resources and play to your insanely high gravity and floor hug it. But Dakpo just didn't allow that. Cut off as